I'm one of the young ones, and I was 88 last week. Zigi was a Holocaust survivor born in 1930 in Łódź, Poland. His mother moved to Belgium when he was 4, and his father left for Russia when he was 9 because of rumors on the extermination of Jews. He was raised by his grandparents and sent to a ghetto in 1940. A year later, Zigi and some children were deported from the ghetto and put on lorries, but he escaped and returned to the ghetto until 1944 when it was liquidated. He recalls this to be one of his lucky moments. He was sent to Auschwitz-Birkenau and remembers seeing the black smoke and noticing the terrible smell. Some said it was a crematorium, but he did not know what that was at the time. He gave all his possessions and was given striped clothing with a number on it. He lined up for selection, and luckily he was old enough to work, while the other group of mothers, elderly and disabled, were dead 20 minutes after. Zigi went and worked for many labor camps. In March 1945, he and his group was sent on a death march, and he grew ill from typhus. He arrived at a German port called Neustadt, where he remembers planes flying above him. A bomb hit one of the boats, and they were surrounded by British tanks. He was liberated on May 3, 1945, by the British and spent 3 months recovering from illness in the hospital. He received a letter from a woman saying that he might be his son, as she told her to look for a burn mark on his left wrist. She said he was 4 when it happened and to stay with her, but he didn't want to, because she was a stranger to him, even though Zigi knew it was his mother. He decided to stay with her for 6 months, solely because she was family. A few years later, he found out that his grandmother had died. While working at his job, a man confronted him, saying that there was a club where Holocaust survivors from 1945 were going to meet. He went to Primrose Club, and upon entering, he said, "At last, I found my family again." Today, he has a wife along with 2 daughters and still speaks to thousands of people about his experience during the Holocaust. He shares his story today to inform young people on what happened because of racism, but most importantly, hatred. It is important to teach and inform the younger generation on these tragic events in the past. People can start doing this by remembering those that have passed away so they will never be forgotten. Once people start forgetting, bad events will occur out of it. Their suffering should not go to waste, but instead teach a lesson to everyone. As Zigi states, like I say to young people, there is nothing we can do about the past, but we can do a lot about the present and the future. And it's up to young people, the most important people in the world.